I am the battlefield. Yes, I am the battlefield, where the swords and the spears are the attackers, and me being the helpless warrior, with the hallucinating armor and illusionistic bloodshed, where the blood seeps in through the soil to quench the thirst of ill humanity, where the integrity is the culprit, where the integrity is the culprit and partition of the partitioned minds and ideologies is the fate and the new armament call of 21st centuries. Yes, my dear friends, this is the truth. And to my surprise, it's not a bitter truth, rather, because we all are witness to this fact and no one, literally no one, even cares for it. Now, how come it can be a bitter truth? Literally haunting through the pages of history, going back to Mayan civilization also, we cannot find evidence to this that we in this 21st century are witnessing. What's going on is a digital warfare. And it's just warfare of creating a hustle and bustle and a kind of scuffle and a race that is also kind of virtual. We are going virtual nowadays, but this power play and ticket play has been something that is from past only, because it's everything that is on world share. It's everything running on world share. And this is something that has taken toll right now, from the nodal administrative mechanism to that intercontinental level and to that Eurasian and a kind of pan-Eurasian continental organizations. You talk about what? You talk about power and distribution of power. And yes, this is what is happening. Once you are done, you shoot up that. You shoot up the teamwork. You shoot up the power. You shoot up the power distribution. And you shoot up the federal distributions as well. And the very own purpose with which you all tend to unite on that very own literally so-called roundtable conferences and meetings to lay down the paper and come up with strengthening the very own soulful purposes that is not quite evident when it comes to on the grounds of the house. And this is not something that is like this only or like that only. If we come with the stats, it's even more disappointing. Up to that extent where me being one of the citizens carry no effervescence over here. And this is what actually needs attention. But we forget and we bestow something with people where we have just one question, we cannot get answer to that question. It's not been pacifist or anti to something that is hindering any kind of progress and development. But sorry, my dear friends, if you think this, then what kind of development and progress is going and need to be juxtaposed? And then we talk about history, or we actually curse the history or the historical acts. What we are doing now is nothing a matter of it that can be juxtaposed with it. Now again, it's a truth, but I feel that it's not a bitter truth. So basically what I'm talking about is what's going on. It's not we. It's 2-3 layers and then we. Those layers should survive. We should die. It hardly matters. But those layers, they should be the evergreen reliance, They should be the evergreen ones. And we are prioritizing it. Nowadays, you see the kind of reservation issues that have been rising upon. Every year we see particular category coming up demanding for the reservations and all such things. What all we see, it's just because of the one reason. Because we are actually power playing things. We are giving the victim card, to each and everything. People are quite stabilizing themselves into all these things that we need to fight over with. And this is again the truth, but not the bitter one. It's everything that you do is the world share to grab the lion's flesh and nothing else. But how can you think of it when your prospects and your precincts carry the things that are not coming along with you, when you are not parallel with them or you are not in correspondence to them? This is just as a simple philosophy. It's not a rocket science or anything such like that, or any such questions that had to be found about had to be derived from various formulas. It's as simple as anything. But yes, it's been made complicated because it's all pseudo systematic. And yes, it is. But yes, this truth is not bitter because we all are witness to it. Because what we see now, ECI, like it has been, there have been discussions about increasing the budget that has been used for canvassing of the government. If you see the budget, it's just creating buzz in your mind from 70 to 75 lakhs, from 20 to 22 lakhs. And that's for the Lok Sabha and the legislative assemblies respectively. It goes without saying that on what grounds and why, on what paper issues they have been taken under consideration. A small issue comes and people are behind it. They forget about everything else. Prashant Bhushan case, I recently read, he was ready. He actually paid the fine rupees 1, but what's the use of it? He again said, I'm not in concurrence with them. So this is what somewhere, because already media, the fourth pillar of democracy, it is being hindered. The third is usually the executive and the legislature. Judiciary is something that people still worship. Are we going to take that divinity and that sanctity as well? So this is a question that I must leave today, and I should come with many more such proposals, because my aim is not to bring things into action, but just to bring things into all of our minds. Because when we can change that, we can actually hope for something that can lead out a utopian society. That is my ultimate aim. Bye then, thank you.